Hey there, Alex Kidman here with my quick video review of these, the Nothing Headphones. I unboxed them a couple of weeks back. I've actually then been on a little bit of a break, but I had taken them with me, so they were suitable for testing while I was on the go. And look, easily the most divisive thing about these is going to be this design, this kind of cassette-style, retro-futuristic thing that Nothing has gone for, along with squarish kind of ear cups. Not going to be to everyone's taste for sure, although I kind of like them. Available in white or black. One thing I do like is that they are reasonably comfortable. Now, I've got a fairly large head. That does present me with some problems through everyday life, but headphones are a particular problem here because I often find that they don't fit on my skull quite as well as I would like. These have remained comfortable throughout. In terms of controls, we're mostly talking here the left-hand cup. So at the base, you've got your power, and then at the side, you've got this rocker and a rolling button here. Now, you might think that the rocker here controls the audio, but you'd actually be wrong. This is not a volume switch. It's actually to do with track switching or skipping forward in a track. Or the roller here performs an audio function left to right, or if pressed in, it performs play pause. You also get a button here on the side, which is by default for voice assistance, but you can configure it for active noise cancelling or a bunch of other features, although only a single feature at a time works well enough in my experience. In terms of water resistance, it's IP52, so a little bit of light moisture is not necessarily a big problem, but I wouldn't take them out in heavy rain. That being said, lots of premium sets don't even go that far. You also get this carrying case, and look, it's functional enough, but it's not great. It's got this slightly cheap, felty feel to it. And because the headphones themselves don't actually fold down the way some do, it's not the most travel-friendly. I took them on the ferry across to Tasmania recently, and they took up a lot of space in my bag relative to some other sets. I mean, this is, I suppose, better than that terrible bra thing you get with the AirPods Max, but it's still not a great case for a premium set. I kind of feel like Nothing could have done a little bit more here. Connectivity is via 3.5mm audio jack at the base, although you need power for that, USB-C or Bluetooth connectivity, which is what I suspect most users of these headphones are going to opt for. I've mostly done my testing with Bluetooth, and look, the simple story here is that the audio can be pretty good as long as you're prepared to tweak. If you're looking for a set that's just going to operate off basic Bluetooth with simple toggles, well, yes, you can do that. There's things like spatial audio and bass boosts and so on. I think they muddy up the sound a bit too much, and spatial audio sounds a little bit weak. It's also a bit of an either-or situation. You can have spatial audio or you can have equalization. With equalization in play, these sounded decent to my ears. I still think some of the more premium price sets that they're competing with sound a little bit better, but as a first effort, these are pretty good. The active noise cancelling on these is really, really good, with just one noticeable catch, and that catch is that they make this truly weird sound when you change between modes. So when you put active noise cancelling on, you get this thump sound in your ears, which is just a little bit uncomfortable, not terribly pleasant. But when you put them in transparency mode, they give out this kind of exasperated sigh. It's weird. It's almost like they're disappointed in me, and I find it super distracting because all I really want to do is, hear the world around me if I'm going into transparency mode. But instead, the headphones are kind of saying, hey, we're really disappointed in you today, Alex. I did not like this. And you can't decide. I wish you could just say, look, I want a different sound, or I just don't want a sound. I just want to be able to hear the world. But you can't do that. In terms of microphones, want to know what the Nothing Headphone 1 sounds like? Well, it sounds exactly like this because I'm recording this through the Nothing Headphones 1 microphone. In terms of battery life, what you're looking at here is a claim of up to 80 hours of battery life, but as usual, Nothing is playing that silly game where they state the up to life as the up to life with ANC disabled. And who's buying a set of headphones with ANC and not using ANC? That figure does drop quite a lot, down to 35 hours with ANC enabled, although that's still a bit higher than some of their competitors. And here, yeah, very impressive because, yes, I could hit that in my testing with ANC enabled, and I like having ANC enabled, so I did. It all works fairly well. You do get USB-C cable in the box, but you don't get a USB-C charger to go with it. So would I recommend the Nothing Headphones? One, well look, they're a decent first effort, but they kind of feel like a first effort. That design is going to be the most divisive part. I can see people maybe not just liking having something that looks this unusual on their ears. I've certainly felt a little bit self-conscious myself. The audio output is decent, but you do need to tweak it to get it to that state, and I feel like a bunch of people are probably just going to want something that's a little easier to get nice audio out of. Those audio cues on the ANC are just plain strange nothing. Change that up and soon. Battery life is quite good, and the price is a little bit lower. I think if you can get these on special, they're probably worth buying. At their existing price, I would probably personally opt for a slightly more premium price pair, which give slightly better audio. But obviously, there'll probably be a Nothing Headphones 2 along within a year or so, and maybe Nothing will learn a bunch from that and we'll get an even better pair.